Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. These Russians are moving too fast. Too fast, it seems like just like this. I think it was the British intelligence, I don't know, secretary, whatever his name is, Ben Wallace, who made stupid statements. I mean, not factual, just make believe statements. He said that the Russians need about 1 month, or maybe it was the Ukrainians. Anyway, one of the two. Doesn't matter, they're the same in this case. They made statements that Russia needs about a month to make decisions and to schedule a new massive attack. Well, it happened. It's true. Russians are attacking, conducting massive missile attacks on average about a month, every month. This happened last night and this morning when the Russians launched 106 missiles towards Ukraine, and it was another massive missile attack. And I made a video on that with the information, general information. Now I'm going to give you information on how those missiles were launched, what kind of methods the Russians used. And it seems like they used air, which is airplanes, and sea, which is obviously vessels in the Black Sea. The problem is that's a little contradiction here. I will provide you with articles and the information, because today is the 10th, and 3 days ago it was such a big storm in the Black Sea that the Russians had to pull back their vessels, or the caliber carriers. So somehow the Russians pulled them back in 2 days, and were able to pinpoint and shoot and release those or launch those missiles caliber. Okay, let's get going with the first article. First article, Ukraine Forum. This is from the 10th of February 2023. Russia's recent attack on Ukraine. It says missiles fired from 8 aircraft, 3 warships. And I was like, what? How is that possible, man? How is it possible? Today is the 10th, and this is what it was on the 7th. New Voice of Ukraine. Another, right? This is, what was this? Ukraine Forum, the same thing. Another Ukrainian authorized, government authorized media outlet, let's put it mildly. New Voice of Ukraine on the 7th of February. All Russian missile carriers withdrawn from Black Sea due to severe storm, says Ukrainian military. So they pulled out everything on the 7th, and guess what? On the evening of the 9th, when the whole thing started, the Russians were able to bring them all back. Oh my God, that's why I said these guys are fast. All right, so let's see where these missiles originated from. In the morning of February 10th, 2023, more exactly, I think this article gives us the information. If not, another one that I read earlier today. Yeah, no, it's right here. So the caliber missiles from 2150, which is 950, on the 9th of February to midnight on the 10th of February, which is Friday. So they started on Thursday night and ended up in, let's say, Friday morning. All right, so let's see what these weasels are saying. In the morning of Friday, February 10th, 2023, this is Friday, Russia attacked the territory of Ukraine with missiles fired from 8 aircraft and 3 warships. Okay, so the relevant statement was made by spokesperson. Now that's unfair. They said spokesperson, and in the other article they said it's a spokesman. Now which one is it? For the Air Force Command of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Yuri Ikhnat, during nationwide telethon, and Ukraine Forum correspondent reports. And I'm quoting Mr. Ikhnat. The Air Force has acted successfully this time. Ooh, that's good to know. The enemy began to attack with Shahid drones at night, probing the weak spots. Do you have weak spots? In the air defense systems, but I didn't find any, I'm guessing. Additionally, 6 caliber type cruise missiles were fired. Later, missiles were fired from strategic aircraft and warships in the Black Sea. 3 warships and 8 Tu-95 strategic bombers were involved in this attack, end quote, Ignat told. Now, Tu-95 over the Caspian Sea. Those were some of them. I don't know if those were the ones that were attacked. Well, not that, but anyway. In Engels too, air base, if you remember, with those drones, fantastic Soviet era made drones with jet engines that Ukrainians claim they, and actually not Ukrainians because it was the Russians that reported they have a range of about 1,000 kilometers. And a few days ago they sent one towards Moscow but hit the trees about 150 kilometers southwest, of Moscow. In his words, Russia used traditional launching sites, Volgodonsk and the Caspian region. According to Ignat, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine will soon update on the number of missiles fired by Russia and those shot down by the Ukrainian side. It's okay, my boy, I got the answers. Pa-pam. So, Ukrainska Pravda, this is from, where is it? Come on, date. I think it's in the bottom here, but it's from today, trust me. No, not. February 10th, 2023, 7:08 a.m., probably Kiev time. Ukrainian soldiers destroy 61 out of 71 cruise missiles. So that's what, about 85-86%. Ukrainian defenders shot down 61 out of 71 cruise missiles, as well as 5 UAVs on the evening of 9 February and the morning of February 10th. In total, Russia launched 106 missiles and 7 drones on Ukraine during this period. Source: Valery Zaluzny, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Quote, the Russians, launched 71 cruise missiles, 43 Kh-101, Kh-555, and 28 caliber, as well as up to 35 S-300 missiles from 21:50, 9:50 p.m. on 9th of February to midnight on 10th of February. Moreover, the enemy used 7 Shahid attack UAVs. The armed forces of Ukraine and other parts of the defense forces have destroyed 61 cruise missiles and 5 drones of the enemies. Now they tell us here that the Ukrainians destroyed 13 missiles over Odessa Oblast. They destroyed some missiles, 10 missiles, Russian missiles over Kiev, and there were some other ones in other regions. So that's what we got so far with the origin of these attacks. So 3 caliber missiles carriers in ships in the Black Sea launched missiles, and on the 7th there were zero somehow. Anyway, and from the 7th they were out, 8, and the 9th evening, so they were ready, bam, 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 bam. So that means they move very quickly. According, as I said, with the guys that I mentioned at the beginning, I can't remember who those were. It was a defense minister, either Reznikov or Ignat or one of these guys, or it was Ben Wallace, claiming that the Russians need a month to. Okay, what do we do? Plan and so on. But it seems like those cruise missile carriers were done in 2 days. Anyway, maybe they planned that in the month-long, and then they say, oh, pull back, and when the storm calms down and we have Neptune relaxing, then we allow those go back and destroy the civilians in Ukraine, because that's the whole reporting is only about what they destroyed there. I'm going to let you know what the Ukrainians said. They destroyed civilian infrastructure, electricity grid and all that, and civilians destroyed. And as I said, the houses and all that, nothing militarily. They were just, this is a military location or no point. A missile was coming. Is that military Ukrainian? Yes, we are military. Yeah, go to hit civilians. We're supposed to believe all that. I'm skeptical that it is going to the extent that each and every attack, which is daily, from the Russian side hits only those things, because you don't hear, as I said, maybe in 30 or 40 articles that I read every day, from the Ukraine Forum, Ukrainska Pravda, New Voice of Ukraine, Kiev Independent, just to mention these ones. Each and every one, as I said, maybe 1 in 30 mention, oh, they hit some military outpost or some drunk Ukrainian military. That's it. The rest is just infrastructure and civilians, which I don't question that it happened. I question the extent. The same with many events in our history. I don't question that it happened. I just question the. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.